property division worksheet. This is the 2023 version. You can find it under the Tools tab. If you scroll down under Spreadsheets, you'll see it here. It will also be part of the download from the DFS website. So within the folder that you receive from your download, there will be a standalone property division worksheet. I would recommend using that one rather than the one inside of TaxCalc, only because it's much more usable. You can forward it and send it individually, make different versions. If you use the one here within inside TaxCalc, you just can't separate it out. You'll have to send your whole program if you're going to be forwarding on or sending it somewhere. The function worked the same in both versions. You'll see here at the top, the blue bar really are where you do all of your actions and buttons and really navigate the spreadsheet. You'll see up here that you can add a row, so wherever your cursor is, you can add a row or delete a row. You can look at these different groups and add a group or delete a group. Again, you want to put your cursor where you want to add the group, and then it will add or delete below that cursor. To use this property division worksheet, you're going to want to enter in the information. Again, just a text field. I usually like to add, the name of the account and the last 4 digits. I also think it's important to put in the title of the account. So there's a little box next to the numbers here where you can use H for husband, W for wife, or joint, and really again list the different assets that you have as going through, and it allows you to keep track of the title and make sure that if you do need to change titles on things, you can make sure you do that. Once you've entered in within each section the title, you want to plug in the asset value here in the gross column. Again, just adding in the value doesn't really do anything other than populate the gross and net value columns for you. If you had any discounts or debt associated, we can add those here in the secured debt, other discounts. I use the other discounts for premarital discounts or gifted or inherited, or anytime you want to back out a value or an asset. And then obviously the tax discount column. This is where you would put in a tax discount if the asset needs it. You can manually enter it in, or you can use this add tax discount button here, and that really just enters a formula. And the formula stays consistent, so that if you use this and you wanted to change the overall tax discount later, it will change it for all of the assets, not just one. So if you are using a tax discount, I would suggest clicking on the cell and using the add tax discount button here in the upper right. Once you have everything allocated, or I'm sorry, everything entered, you're really going to start to use this award column to begin to allocate the assets to each party. So for example, you can use this award column many ways. You can use it by simply putting in the H or W as it refers to husband or wife, and that simply awards that asset in that party's column. Or you can enter a percentage. So you can hit 0.5, you can do 0.25 or 0.75, whatever you wish. You can even do 100% or 0% if you're looking at identifying an actual award from one party to another. But that is a very useful column, and you can go through and easily change the allocation of the assets. Some of the features that you may want to consider, there is a way to equalize or calculate what would be required to equalize either a certain section or subsection or the entire spreadsheet. To do that, you'd want to click on the award cell based on the asset you want to use to equalize. So let's say I want to use this U.S. Bank checking account to equalize these two numbers here in this section. I would click on the award column, go up to the top where it says equalize. It's going to give you a pop-up, and this is where you select, do you want to equalize just the subgroup, the cash and deposits? Do you want to equalize just the assets, which include all assets? or the entire marital estate, which also includes the debt section. In this example, we're just going to hit 1. We're going to equalize a subgroup, hit OK, and it will automatically calculate what would be needed to equalize, again, this subgroup. So it's a very useful tool, allows you to quickly get from different scenarios, or equalize different groups, or equalize the entire marital estate. Again, I'm going to show you that if I wanted to equalize the entire estate, I'd hit 3, hit OK. It's going to come to the same number because obviously I don't have everything filled out, but that would be a very useful tool and way to use this spreadsheet more efficiently. In addition to that feature, there is a feature where you can change the abbreviations that are being used. So I mentioned HW for husband and wife, JT for joint. You can go in here and change these to however you wish. You want to use the first initial, let's change these to B and P for right now. And then when we go back to the spreadsheet, you'll see, look, it's giving us an issue because it doesn't recognize the W. That's fine because we can use B, or we change that to P. So either of those would be the new recognized abbreviations. So again, you can take away the kind of gender-specific H and W and use any initial or any abbreviation that you want within this award column. And you do so by going to the PDW settings and changing those. I'm going to change them back just for right now, and then we'll go back to property division number 1 and put that back with the wife. So again, this is a general property division worksheet. If you scroll down here to the bottom, it does have a place for debts, and you do need to enter the debt row differently. So to add a debt row, you need to use this add debt row column. And then ultimately the settings and other features are useful when you use the complete program.